her YouTube video.
Yeah, it's my sister.
That's so nice that you have your sister.
Yeah, I'm also a CFO, so.
Ah, very nice. Didn't your brother come last time?
Yeah, my brother came last time. He didn't tell me ahead of time, so I'm like, I don't know if that John is my relation or not.
That's so.
He was.
Oh my gosh, that is hysterical. Okay, I've got the live going in the corner just in case anybody has any comments over there.
Oh yeah, I see that now.
Keep track.
We may have it figured out by the time we do this 2 more times.
I know, right? It's like
you have it figured out. I don't.
Well, it's funny because there's a little bit of a delay, so
yes,
a little weird. Well, Tracy should be popping in any minute. I don't know if we have anybody coming today. I think maybe Saturday is hard for people. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not real sure, but I had a lot of people were interested, and they were like, "Are you posting it again on your YouTube?" And I was like, "Probably. You know, we'll see what we can do." And so you can always go watch it. You know, so they're at least watching it and talking about it,
which is good, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They may not be able to meet up with us, but they can meet up with us later
and get all the tips and tricks, which is good because mine didn't turn out so well today. It's good though. It tastes good. It's just not what I had expected. But we'll talk about
more now.
Yeah, it's just crazy. This is what I was on a tangent about earlier when I was muting you guys. I came across, somebody sent me a YouTube video yesterday. Yeah, they sent it yesterday. And it was a compilation of like a bazillion local news channels all saying the exact same thing.
Oh yeah, you posted that on Facebook. I saw that.
I did because I was like, is this, I Googled to see if it was legit or not, and I couldn't get any information on it. So I put it on Facebook. I'm like, is this for real? Tell me. And it is for real. It's absolutely for real. I guess there's a conglomerate. I don't remember the name. It's on Facebook. One of my students, my former students, who's probably one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life. Very, very intelligent young man. He told me it was a conglomerate and they send these pre-scripted things out to all of their affiliates. So all of these news stations are saying the exact same thing all of the time, which I found really frightening. I was not happy about that.
No.
That was my own little tangent that I was having this morning. And y'all can agree, disagree, it doesn't matter.'t all good. But it just freaked me out a little bit.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
I will too.
What is happening here? So it was, yeah, a little disconcerting. Made me sad.
It is.
No bubbles today. I'm going for tea.
Oh, see, I have water in my teacup. No bubbles for you. That's sad. Are you in your virtual kitchen again?
I am in my virtual kitchen because I'm really in my bedroom, and it's not a mess. It's just under construction. Here, I'll show you. It's just not pretty to look at. Can I get this up? Yeah, there it goes. Hold on. I'll turn the virtual off. See? It's my bedroom.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not terrible, but it's, you know, you see the doors leaning against the wall because they haven't been installed yet. You can see right into my closet. And, you know, my desk is
in my bedroom right now, if that makes you feel any better.
We'll go back to the kitchen. This is what it looked like outside.
Go back to the kitchen.
But not anymore. There we go. Yeah, that's all. All right. Well, I guess Tracy will pop in soon, I'm sure. We can go ahead and just get going.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, let me know if I fade. It says my internet connection is unstable and I'm hardwired in. So
okay.
We just have had weird weather here lately.
We have too, tons of rain and stuff.
Yeah.
Storms.
Yeah,
it's gorgeous today here.
And is your sister with you, or do you live farther away?
I'm in Dover, Delaware.
Dover, Delaware. Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. I've never been to Delaware. That's one of the few states I have never been to.
Well, come visit.
You like Delaware?
I'm beginning to like it. I'm originally was in Maryland before my fiance has a house up in Dover. So this is where we're at, and this is where I've been stuck since quarantine. So
Oh,
I love it now. So
one of
I'm
these
getting
days.
used to it. Yeah.
I'm looking over here because that's where I have you. I need to move you up closer to here. So it looks like I'm looking at the camera, even though I'm not looking at the camera.
Right.
All good. I'm shrinking Facebook. I'm trying to make all this work, y'all. It's weird. Okay, there. And I'm going to hide myself because I don't like seeing myself. Hide self view. There. Now I just have you two on my screen, which is so much better.
Okay.
So much better. So I made, can you guys see? Can you see that?
A little bit higher.
A little bit higher.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So these are Tracy's cream puffs. And she used Follow Your Heart egg replacer. And I used the Neat Egg replacer. And I guess I should put myself back on a view right now so I can make sure I used the Neat Egg. And it came out really hard and crumbly. And I'm wondering if it's the egg replacer, because usually I use just flaxseed as my egg replacer and everything turns out fine. This is the first time I've used this product, so I'm going to try it again. But the flavor is really good. If I can get a hold of one. The flavor is really good. The consistency is weird. It's more like an oatmeal cookie almost. Okay. But it tastes good, and the cream filling is fantastic. Did you hear a crunch?
Yeah.
And more cookie.
That's not a cream puff.
No.
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 But it tastes good.
But it does taste good. And when I first took them out, I had my tea was really hot, and I dipped it in my tea, and it was delicious because it was the perfect consistency for that, which was good. But I used of course Hungry Harry because I love him. I always use him, or I use Bob's Red Mill all-purpose flour, which turned out fine. And then I did the So Delicious cream. That's disappearing in my virtual world.
It's disappearing again.
Yeah, the So Delicious and the So Delicious coconut vanilla yogurt was the filling. And this is Tracy's recipe, so I didn't deviate from it at all. And I love the filling, and it makes, like, I'm going to use it for a fruit dip because I have a lot left over. So it's really that coconut yogurt just gives it a nice little tang, a little kick, which I liked a lot. Yeah. So
it looks good though.
But they're really good. They're just not cream puffs.
Cream puffs.
They're like stuffed cookies. But they're good.
Yeah, I think you're right though that some of those egg replacers don't work right with other ingredients. They don't.
No, and this one's made with chia and chickpea flour. So chia seeds and chickpea flour. So I don't think it's the best for baking up a pastry. So I'm gonna try it again with something else.
I'm not a big fan of chia because a lot of people will use that too. I'd rather use flaxseed. The only other was it Namaste has a egg replacer, which I've had some good luck with as far as like some baking things. And then
I've used Energizer and it's fine too. The Energizer has been good. But yeah, I like the natural. I like applesauce. I like flaxseed. I like basic when it comes to this kind of thing. So all good.
Yeah.
All good. So how about you? What did you make?
Is that all you made?
That's all I made, y'all. It's been, I've been so tired. I'm sorry. I know I was going to make two things. I was going to make a Nispa salad, and I have everything to make it, and I had time. And then my husband reminded me that we're supposed to go to this fresh off the hook food truck this afternoon.
Ooh.
And get cod. So it's like our pretend going to a restaurant. So we're going to kind of tailgate, take some chairs and a table, and go to the food truck and pretend we're eating out. And they do make great fish and chips. I mean, it's amazing. And we're outside of a brewery, so he'll get a beer, I'll get a cider because I can't do beer because of the gluten. But we'll just have a little date day. And I'd forgotten about that. So I didn't make the salad because I wasn't going to be able to eat it.
That's okay. I would rather go get fish and chips and that kind of thing too. Just make sure you drink an apple cider for me. Just be like one extra for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will have an extra of that. My curve is just getting unflatter by the minute.
Aren't we all? We were talking about that the other day, and we were telling it. Have you gained your COVID-19 yet? Because instead of the freshman 15, we're all gaining about.
Absolutely. Oh, I need to let her in. She's in the waiting room.
Oh, okay.
There's Tracy.
I knew a couple people said they had registered. I just don't know if they were going to make
Here
it
she
in.
is.
It's Tracy.
Hi, see, she didn't do the COVID-19. Look at her and her sexy arms.
I know.
Let me unmute you.
There we go.
Well, after the last debacle, I didn't let anybody come in unmute. I had to unmute them because I figured.
I was in the holding room forever.
And he's right here on the side of the screen.
Sorry, about holding for a while.
Well,
I'm here now, so it's all good.
I made your cream puffs.
You did?
I did, but I didn't use the Follow Your Heart egg replacer.
Okay.
I used the neat egg, and I think it messed them up because I have more like cookie consistency than cream puff consistency.
Okay.
They're delicious. I'm gonna try it again with the Follow Your Heart. I'm gonna do like part with Follow Your Heart and part with just flaxseed
Mm-hmm.
and see how that turns out. But this filling is freaking amazing and so simple. Somebody's got some background echo going on. You guys hear it? It's like an alien. Yeah, they're very tasty. They're just not cream puffy. So I'm gonna make them again.
Okay.
But this,
Well, I'm glad you
I'm
like
so excited about this filling.
So Martha, what did you make?
Oh, I went to the Allergic Living, the magazine, and I went ahead and I did they had the steak and quinoa salad. And I was like, ooh, that looks good. Of course, I had to change a lot of things in it because there's certain things we couldn't do. So I played with that and I made it. Wait a minute. Ah! Okay, this is not working out. Trying to find it. Here we go. Okay.
Don't spill it.
Yeah, I did last time.
Beautiful.
Dee Dee's choking on the cream puff.
Because they're so good.
She doesn't have her magic bubbles today. She needs the bubbles to help keep everything going.
I do. I need some bubbles. I got to flatten this curve, so I got to stay away from the.
You missed it, Cindy. Last time she had bubbles. They kind of disappeared with her. You know, they were special bubbles.
Yes, I had my virtual background and then a clear cup, and it would just go away.
So,
Salad turned out well.
It turned out well. It's actually really good. I don't like my steak well done. I like that, so I like it medium to rare. But I did use the arugula. Instead of corn, like I said, to use, I blackened some peppers and red peppers and green peppers because we can't have, I can't digest corn. And not the whole corn anyway. It has black beans in it, quinoa, obviously. I just cooked my quinoa off like normal, and then it has it's supposed to have cilantro in it. I didn't do that. It's supposed to have garlic and it's supposed to have parsley. So I used parsley, and then I substituted, instead of using garlic, I used oregano and onion powder, and then used oil and the salt and I used apple cider vinegar instead of red wine vinegar because that's what I had on hand. And then I did I put some lemon juice. I did not. I put lime juice in. I have a problem with lemon and lime. Anyway, but I put some lime juice in it just to help kick up the acidity because I think it needed it. And then you make that's your marinade for the steak, and then you reserve some of that, and then you put a little bit more oil and vinegar in it, and then you make that into your dressing. It has a jalapeno pepper in it, so it's really good.
That sounds delicious.
I think it would be good for with chicken, or even if you want to do vegan, do some chickpeas and roast them off with it. I think would be really good too.
Sounds good.
Love chickpeas so much.
I do too, especially roasted off. And anyway, I like to make them really crunchy, so then that way you have something it's more of a snack versus anything else.
Yeah.
What kind of oil did you use?
I used olive oil.
Okay.
But I think avocado oil would work well. Anything that's got not too much of a harsh flavor. So mine's like an extra virgin olive oil. So.
Very good. Yeah, those are my two: avocado and olive, and occasionally coconut.
Yeah, I use coconut occasionally too. I like coconut, but I didn't want to have the coconut flavor come through on it. Yeah, just because it's more of a Southwest. So I really didn't want it. If it was more if it was Hawaiian or something, I'll kind of be like, ooh, or Moroccan.
Or cream puff.
Or cream puffs. Cream puffs are
Cookie
really
puffs.
good.
My cookie puffs.
You said you're going to use the filling as a dip, though. That sounds amazing. The dip thing, I was
Really
like, wow.
excited about that. I'm gonna go get some strawberries and use that dip tonight.
There you go. Waste nothing, right?
Oh, and that's so good. No, we'll never get rid of that. What did you make, Tracy?
Okay, so I made a recipe from Go Dairy Free. It's called her Everyday Turmeric Smoothie.
Ooh, yum.
Ooh,
So
I think I've seen that.
I thought with the warmer weather coming up, I would share something that's a little bit, tasty, easy to make in the morning. That's cool. You can make it the night before and stick it back in the blender and reblend it in the morning. And basically, to me, it tastes similar to maybe like eggnog, sort of like that kind of flavor. Recipe from Go Dairy Free. Oh, there was a lag. It threw me off for a minute. I was like, who's that talking? It's me. But yeah, it's simple. It's got just a banana. I used my almond milk. It calls for coconut milk, but when I don't have coconut milk, I use, if I have So Delicious coconut yogurt, I'll throw in some of that. Vanilla, turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, salt and pepper, oddly enough, and honey. And that's it. It's very tasty.
Sounds really good. My tea has got turmeric in it. I love turmeric. So good.
I like turmeric too.
So egg replacers. We were talking about egg replacers, Tracy, earlier.
Mhm.
So what is your opinion with the baking with the egg replacer? Why do you think the Follow Your Heart egg replacer works so well as compared to this is chia and chickpea flour?
I think for me, because the Follow Your Heart has, if you notice, have you used it before ever?
I have, but I used
Okay.
it more as a scramble, like just to
Okay.
see, to compare it to scrambled eggs. I've not baked with it.
Okay, so when you open it up, you get that egg smell.
Yeah.
So I think part of it is maybe that. I mean, I'm not remembering. I don't have it in my cabinet right now, but I'm thinking just the particular ingredients in that for some reason are very similar to an egg versus just powdered egg replacers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's the flavor. I don't know if it's the combination of ingredients, but yeah, when I want to make something specific, I'll usually try to get that instead of powdered egg replacer.
Yeah, I'm going to try that one next time. I loved the scrambled eggs. I was really surprised at how closely they mirrored a real egg when you scrambled them up. I was pleased with that. I wish I'd known about those when my kids, they didn't have them when my kids were little. So it would have been great if they had it when my kids were little. They couldn't do the eggs.
Mm-hmm.
So are you guys finding any difficulties in your local stores with allergy-friendly products or meat or anything like that? Are you guys having any shortages, or is it are they restocking things?
Go ahead, Martha, you start.
Oh, okay. I don't go to the grocery store. It's actually Kara and Don that usually are the ones going shopping. I go to them from the hospital, but they have told me that they've been having trouble with meat, finding meat at times, and they have a little bit of trouble with a few of the allergy items. Like she had to get me a chickpea pasta versus another pasta. But I know when it first started, we were having trouble finding anything. Luckily, we buy in bulk a whole lot, so we had stuff. But there are times where they go to the store and there's not much around, and then it's kind of hunt and peck, and it's buy it when you can, and then reaching out to other people, at least in our area, that we know have allergies as well. And I think a lot of people are doing that, which is really great for our community to do that. I think we just all naturally, as moms, do that. It's like, do you need this? Do you need that? I know I've been reaching out to just people on Instagram or Facebook or anything like that. If I don't know them personally, I'm like, hey, how are y'all doing? Do you need any help with anything? And some people that I do know locally and some people that I don't even, so I can set them up with somebody who might be able to help them. So that's what we've found. Luckily, we've been predominantly pretty well off.
Very good. Yeah, in the beginning, there was nothing. I mean, all the regular pasta, there was more gluten-free pasta on the shelves than regular pasta. So we did stock up on a little bit of pasta in the beginning because we like to have spaghetti more than we probably should. But the flours were gone. All of the flours, all of the baking, Enjoy Left products, they were just gone. And so I was really happy that, we don't buy in bulk in this house, but we don't bake a lot. So we had what we needed on hand. We never really ran out, which was very nice. When I was in the store yesterday, Enjoy Life was back. All of the flowers were back. I bought Bob's Red Mill last week because I'd forgotten that I had a whole nother bag of Hungry Harry. So now I've got plenty of all-purpose flour in the house, which is great. The meats they've limited. I think it's pretty common in most grocery stores. You can only buy like up to 3 different packages of any kind of meat. And so everything's pretty much back to normal. Most of the paper products are back, toilet paper, napkins, paper towels, that kind of thing. But yeah, those first couple weeks really made me step back and think, what if something happened to cause this to be a permanent situation in our country?
Yeah.
Because I'm not used to walking into a grocery store and not having food. When I'm in Western Africa, yes, I'm used to that. But in the United States, no. And I thought, I am so incompetent, I will starve. I don't know how to grow food. I'm a horrible gardener. I kill freaking everything. I don't know how to get it done. I'm like, I'm going to die. I'm like going to have to like catch squirrels or something. It was really.
If you do that, please videotape it.
My how-to YouTube video. You imagine? It'd be horrible. We do have a lot of rabbits, so we might have some rabbits too. But yeah, it was really scary, I thought. And our neighborhood has a Facebook page, so you see a lot of people. Does anybody have sugar? Does anybody have flour? And the neighbors kind of pitching in and helping each other out, which is good to see. Some of them have too much time on their hands. They're like, be careful, there's a pothole starting in the entryway. I'm like, really? If only I had that kind of time that I could go on and let people know that the road is starting to sag a little. Anyway, that's been our experience.
Yeah, this morning I ran to the food store, and it was the first time I saw a sign that they were limiting meat. It said a maximum of 2. And now actually when you go, if you try to purchase anything, I guess certain items that are tagged, such as the meat, will call the attendant. If you're doing self-checkout, which is what I do most of the time, it'll call the attendant and they'll come over and they'll actually check to make sure you didn't buy more than the limit.
Oh, wow.
So that was a first for meat. I'm starting to see some more gluten-free breads filter back in slowly. I'm trying to think what else. Still no paper products. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's very strange. No paper towels. Plenty of like tissues, napkins. Still no Lysol wipes or any kind of wipes. So I've just been stocking up on, good old fashioned like Ajax and soft scrub and rubber gloves. So.
Yeah, I don't know if we have the Lysol wipes. I don't use them often except when we travel. But we made a lot of our own like homemade sanitizer, and I clean predominantly just with vinegar and water and lemon solution, homemade anyway. So it's not something that's on my typical shopping list. So I don't know. I do know that they were out of white vinegar for a really long time, and I just ran out of white vinegar yesterday, the big jugs, the cleaning white vinegar. And I haven't checked to see if they had that because I have enough to get me through another week or two in my little bottle. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully they have vinegar, or else then I don't know what I'll be cleaning with then.
Yeah, I know that what they have as far as what I do with the hospital and as far as ordering, we had problems with that, obviously. And I do know that they're starting to have issues getting Camels put out something like some of their soups are going to be behind until May. At the end of the May, they won't catch up. And then some of the meat products are definitely having problems as far as us getting certain ones even in because of where they've had to close things down and they haven't had the processing. The plants are down. So it's definitely very different. And me just trying to make sure my patients have food sometimes is more of a challenge than the kids or my household. Because like I said, kind of deviated up since I'm working more than Dawn is right now. So it's a constant battle. Paper products are definitely an issue. I'm constantly ordering at least one extra just so I can hopefully get the item in, because sometimes they'll be like, well, I'll allocate you one. But if you're only ordering one, sometimes they're like, oh, well, they don't need more than that. So I'm having to kind of play numbers to make sure that when I order, I'm getting at least one item versus, because they're like, oh, well, no, you don't need 3 of those. We're going to send you one. But it's really weird how we're having to deal with that. And it's usually a 20 to 30 minute phone call every time I do an order. And you have to imagine I do a $3,000 to $4,000 order twice a week. And we are on a 3-week rotation cycle menu. And I will be on the phone for 20, 30 minutes to see if his item's coming in. Is it going to be allocated to me? If not, I'm going to substitute. Then I contact my dietitians and I'm trying to figure out what we're going to substitute in place of it. So it's the interesting guidelines. So I've actually had more trouble feeding my patients than I have my own family.
That's really surprising. That's alarming. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And it's like they can't have any, anybody in there to see them. And I'm not in one of the really bad hospitals, but I'm in a long-term facility. Mm-hmm. So we've had post-COVID, but we haven't had any active. And so luckily, I'm very lucky. I'm not complaining about it in any way, shape, or form. But they're dealing with illnesses themselves, and then they can't be with their family. And so to tell somebody, I'm sorry, I don't have any chocolate milk. I mean, the only thing you can control to a certain extent in the hospital is your food and what you're requesting. And it's I just want a hamburger. I just want this. And it's comfort. And it's taking care of somebody. And so sometimes it's really hard to be well, all I have is soy chocolate milk. The person's yeah, I'm not going to drink that. So, whether it's a personal opinion or whether it's one of my, an allergen or that kind of thing. And it's scary in that aspect. And I feel really bad for them, especially when I'm oh, no, I can't have that, but I can make this or can do this. So it's sad.
I'm frustrating, I'm sure, for you.
It is.
Yeah.
So what are now that we're in lockdown sort of still, what have you guys had as go-to menus every week? Is there a certain, do you guys have Monday is taco day, Tuesday is whatever, or do you have, a main go-to meal for at least once a week?
Tuesday is our taco night. We do have Tuesday tacos, and we usually do soft tacos, corn or tortilla or flour, depending. I either do corn or none, just a salad bowl, pretty much. Mm-hmm. So we'll do that. We always make, we have one rotisserie chicken night. It's never a planned night. It's just whenever it happens. And then those leftovers go into chicken soup. And then we'll have chicken soup. I've been trying this week to be mostly vegan because I'm trying to flatten that COVID-19 curve. So last night I had the Beyond Burger brat. So I made bratwurst and then just braised cabbage. So that was fun. And they had ribs. I did not have ribs. So, ribs is, my family likes meat. So there's a lot of meat centered meals in this house. So to have a not meat centered meal is a big deal. So I've been making 3 times as many vegetables with every meal. So that's pretty much my meal when we do that. Do you guys cook with celery root?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. No. I used to substitute sunchokes, Jerusalem artichokes, for potatoes, just for the glycemic index. And I can't, in Northern Colorado, I ask people, do you have sunchokes? They look at me like I'm from Mars. I'm like, Jerusalem artichokes? Oh, the artichokes are here. No, that's not what I mean. So they have just no idea. So I read about celery root recently, and I've heard about it. I've just never used it. What a great substitute for potato.
Mm-hmm.
Great substitute for potato. Horrible to peel. Let me just tell you, horrible to peel, but wonderful, great consistency, texture, flavor. That's my new favorite find is celery root. So I know I deviated from the question, but I just wanted to get some celery root love going.
It doesn't matter. We're going to go wherever we go.
But yeah, love that. Love that. So if anybody out there has issues with nightshades and potatoes, celery root's a great substitute. Is celery root considered? That's not a nightshade, right? It's a root.
Pretty sure it's not.
Yeah.
But I'm not 100% sure, to be quite honest.
Me either.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
So good. All right, Martha, what about you? Do you have regular rotating menus?
Not really, honestly. It's whatever we happen to have extra of or what they bring home. Sometimes Kara will make her list, and she does not trust her father to go make sure she gets the right thing. So she goes in grocery shopping, comes back out. I don't know where she gets the control freak thing from. Anyway, but I can't blame her. So honestly, she does a lot. She made an Alfredo spinach and what do they call it? Spinach and broccoli bake last night. And she made her Alfredo from scratch and everything, that because, you know, she can't have garlic. She can have dairy though. So it wasn't, but it was vegan, but vegetarian, but not dairy, but not vegan because it had dairy in it. But she honestly will just kind of plan it out. We kind of just grab what they can get, and then we just kind of get creative from there. We have a lot of pasta meals, so we get pasta quite a bit. And I really don't have a go-to eat this all the time. I really hate to eat the same thing all the time. And I think that as just allergy people in general, we have a tendency to get into that rut, and I don't like it. So I honestly don't have just a go-to other than just kind of whatever we happen to grab, and then we just get creative from there. So.
Yeah, so I decided to get adventurous, and I bought something. I'm looking at the thing on my photo. Something called Light Life. It's a ground beef plant-based item.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, you know, and I looked at it, and I tried not to have that mental block, because I wanted to, you know, I'm like, okay, like what if we ran out of meat? So I'm thinking, okay, I have to try this. And once it was made, I made it into taco meat, and then I put it over salad. Once it was made, it was fine. The smell while you're making it is not great. And I think, you know, my daughter wouldn't touch it. And, you know, even I was hesitant. I was like, well, we got to try it. You got to at least take a scoop. And she was like, no, you know, I ate it up, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I tried.
And that's all you can do. I've used the Beyond Burger crumbles before, and family can hardly tell the difference. And I don't tell them, like, I just keep it on the down. And I'm like, by the way, you're eating Beyond Burger. And they make good burgers too. I made turkey burgers for the family one night, and I had a Beyond Burger for me. And my husband wanted my burger. He didn't want the turkey burger. He thought my burger was much better. And those bratwursts last night were really good. And it's funny because you had mentioned the limit, right, on the beef, and it's the same in ours. We can have up to 3 things. Yeah. And there was a big note on top of my Beyond Burger bratwurst that said, no more than 3 beef products at a time. I'm like, this is not beef. I don't know who put that sticky there, but this is not beef. But they were really good. Yeah. So maybe try that brand next time instead of, I haven't had the other one. I've had one other one, and it was okay, but I still prefer the Beyond.
I like the Beyond.
Yeah.
Well, and we do a lot of tofu, and I like firm tofu, and I really like drain it out a lot because it's the texture that bugs me. So I really drain my tofu out like a whole day, and to make it a lot firmer. So I usually put it in like Tupperware and that kind of thing, and then with some paper towels and just leave it in the refrigerator. And then I'll, like, you know, if I decide to, like, whatever I'm going to put it in with, because we eat a lot of tofu because Kara's allergic to so many protein sources, meat sources. So tofu's actually used quite a bit here. So
I don't know.
Cindy,
sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. I was just saying Cindy's actually vegan now. And so I don't know what else she uses, but I've noticed with that, a lot of those vegan items, they do have a weird smell, but Beyond does not. And we eat that quite a bit.
Okay. Yeah, I've been using a lot of Beyond.
Yeah, I like it. I just wanted to say hi to Dana. You know Dana, right? You guys from Food Allergy.
Hi, Dana.
Oh, hi.
Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to catch up with you. Hi, my beautiful lady. How are you doing?
I miss your
So let me tell you what I cooked today.
Tell us.
This is my favorite go-to food, and it's Floppy Joe. So easy. Oh my God. So easy, so yummy, and we love it. And my daughter says hi.
Hi.
I'm gonna mute myself, and I'll be popping out as soon as everyone's quiet here. Good luck.
Okay.
I love you.
Thank you.
Love watching you.
Bye.
Hi.
Oh gosh, I can't remember the last time I had a sloppy Joe. Now I want a sloppy Joe.
Dinner. You could have over dinner tonight. You could use Beyond Burger.
That's right. It's easy to make from scratch too.
Yeah.
It's a really good thing to make. Yeah.
The other thing that I've been buying at the store that I don't really need, but I've been sticking in my freezer, is packages of Taylor ham. As a Jersey girl, I grew up with Taylor ham, egg and cheese sandwiches. And by the way, it's Taylor ham. It's not pork roll, just to let you know. Even though it says pork roll in the package, it's Taylor ham. But there was an article, I think last week, where they were mentioning that there may be a shortage on Taylor ham. So I freaked out. So now I'm kind of just buying things and sticking them in the freezer just in case. So I'll have we'll run out of meat and then I'll use that and have a heart attack from all the nitrates and fat in it. But I'll be happy.
We did a lot of bulk cooking in the beginning, just so that we would have things on hand. So if there was a food shortage, we at least had food in the fridge. And I didn't label anything, thinking I would remember whatever. No. So we just took everything out the other day and just put it all out and just had a smorgasbord and ate everything up. And now we're back to grocery shopping.
Yeah.
But
I did that with things like when I bought chicken, I would pre-cook it and stick it in a baggie and label it and freeze it so that it was smaller, because I was trying to jam pack as much as I could into the freezer. And I've noticed our freezer's not as full. It's still pretty full, but it's not as full as whereas before in the beginning, I was kind of not touching the freezer, and I would go once a week and buy whatever we were going to eat that week, but not touch the freezer section in case we ran out of whatever. I would have at least 2 weeks worth of food.
yeah.
But now I'm kind of picking at that too. So
we tried to get rid of. I still have a couple of great big giant bags of frozen mixed vegetables for stews and soups. I'm like, we've got to get rid of this. It's taking up too much room. We have an extra fridge and freezer in the garage, so it's all out there. It's not the main, but still, it's a lot of food. Because when we went to the store, everything was wiped.
mm-hmm.
After those first couple of days, we're like, we just were doing our regular grocery shopping. We weren't going to stock up on anything, and everything was gone. The only mixed vegetables we could get were in those giant bags. We didn't have any. It's all gone. Craziness. So I'm glad to see things kind of cycling back to normal in the stores. Tracy, I hope you get paper products soon. I have some. I'll mail them to you if you need them. Let me know.
I appreciate that, but I've actually had toilet paper. I bought some before all this started, and I'm knock on wood, I'm good so far. So, and I have some tissues. So.
I ordered from Amazon the big pack of like 20 rolls. And then whenever we would go to the store, if they happened to have some, we'd buy one of the 4 rolls and one of the 4. So we've been fine with paper products, which is good. Between Amazon and stores restocking up, everything's working. Yay. I wanted to ask you how the cook-off went. I was in for about 20-30 minutes of it, and then I had to pop out, and I never saw what the results were.
Oh, it was a great time. We all had a blast. And I can't wait. I asked Tom Silvera about his recipe. He had I think it was a vegan recipe. It was like coconut milk and I'm going to spaz this out now. I haven't printed out. I should get it. Rice and like a meat alternative. And, oh my God, plantains. It looked so good. Roasted vegetables on top. Oh my gosh. So, but
I saw the replay. It was really good.
Yeah. It was decided that all of us were winners, but it was fun. I mean, Sharon was making her teaching us how to roll sushi.
Mm-hmm.
Carolyn was making breadcrumbs and other things. It was a lot of fun. If anything, it was a lot of fun.
Good. It looked like you guys were having a great time the time that I watched. I was having a hard time getting in. I was texting Martha, I can't get in. And she said, I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, a lot of 4 a.m. mornings lately. So
that's so hard. I was complaining about my early mornings, and then she told me she was up at 4, and my earliest was 5. And I said, I have no reason to complain. I didn't.
We all got a reason to complain. It's just, it is what it is.
It is. It is. I've been, I'm a contract trainer when I'm not doing this. And I had several seminars, 6-hour seminars with an hour for lunch. So 7-hour days this week. And I tell you what, I cannot wait to get back in front of people, because facilitating and moderating seminars without movement and without verbal interaction and facial expressions and teams working together, and it's challenging. So you're exhausted by the end of the day trying to engage people in a virtual world so that they're not falling asleep sitting at their computers. So it's a lot of tap dancing. It's been exhausting. So yeah. I'm like, today we got a hot tub on Thursday and we plugged it in and filled it up, and it's hot today. So it takes about 48 hours. So I'm like, I cannot wait to get in that sucker after I have my big fish food tummy. And I'm just going to Melt in there today. So tired, so tired. Tracy, what have you been up to? I know Martha's been working like a dog.
Well, I post on my personal page. I've been working out in the yard a lot. That's been, that's really been keeping my mind very clear. And if anything, it exhausts me so that I sleep better at night.
Oh, good. I should do some yard work. I need to.
But those murder hornets are coming around, so gotta be careful out there nowadays.
You have to get those little yellow trapper things.
I don't know, because if the murder hornets are that big, they're not going to fit in those little holes.
That's
And I won't be sticking around to find out. I'll be the person screaming out, going back into the house, throwing things at the murder hornets. My neighbors are going to call the cops. There's something wrong with my neighbor.
Oh my goodness. Well, you look great. So that outdoor working is agreeing with you.
It's like 80 degrees out today. It's the warmest it's been in a couple weeks.
Nice.
I was literally under an electric blanket the other day, asking, being grumpy, going around the house, swearing, saying, why is it May? And I'm wearing a sweater and I have an electric blanket on. And it's nice out today, so I'm very happy.
Hoping that we've turned that corner and see the norm now.
Yes.
For us, it's usually right around Mother's Day. Like we'll get one big snow right around Mother's Day, and then it's safe to plant and everything's good. Everything's golden. So how about in Delaware? Cindy, what's going on up there?
Oh, right now it's gorgeous. Yesterday was 80 and humid, and today is a little bit more doable, about 74. And I'm just sitting in my gorgeous backyard and hanging out. Shortly, I'll get the glass of wine and probably start a fire.
Very nice.
So yeah, I haven't left the house really. I'm like, because I have 2 autoimmune diseases, so I haven't been out at all. So, and we locally started working at home. So, and I'm an HR person, so yeah, I've missed the human interaction. But it was funny. One Sunday he says, "You want to go for a ride?" And I felt like, oh my gosh, I feel like a puppy dog. Oh, you want to go for a ride? You want to go? That's all I do. Get in the car, ride around, everything closed up, and not get close to people. So, but yeah, at least if I can get outside, I feel like, because I hate being stuck in the house all the time.
Yeah. Same. So it's nice out today. We'll be enjoying the back porch and patio, and it'll be good.
There's something really refreshing about just sitting in the backyard. Just, like you said, having a fire at night. I love just burning things, and it's mesmerizing, and you just tune out. It's very peaceful.
It is. It's therapeutic.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I miss having a yard of any kind. We sold our house like 2 years ago, and I've in apartment living for a while now, till Kara graduates. So,
doesn't she graduate soon?
Oh, everybody stopped on my end.
Oh, you stopped on
next year. She's a junior this year.
Okay, one more year.
Okay, I think it's caught up now on mine.
I've got just a little lag, but it's okay.
I think it's caught up.
Everybody's online.
Caught up now.
Everybody's online. We got to increase the bandwidth. Come on, companies. We got to increase.
Get us some good internet, like they have in South Korea. But yeah, no, Kara has been doing testing the past week and a half, and then she also has been making masks and selling them on eBay and other people. Nice. Yeah, she's made like $300 just doing that. Plus, she also donated a bunch of them at first when she first did it. So
nice.
How are your old kids like dealing with it? Because I mean, I think it's a lot more. I think it's hard for us, but I think it's even harder for them, and they just don't want to tell us.
My children are adults. I have a 15-year-old in the house, and then the ones that I gave birth to, they're adults. So one is she's an introvert anyway, and she doesn't like hanging out with people. So this has been just fine for her. She's had no issues at all. She's a college student, so she misses going to class and she misses interacting with her peers. Otherwise, she's been doing great. She's actually going to come over today. She's really been social distancing like crazy. The virus swept through her apartment complex. So they self-quarantined for 14 days. So she's only been over once. So this will be the next time that she comes over. She dropped stuff off for Mother's Day, which was sweet. but I get to spend time with her today. My oldest is in the basement. She moved into the basement for the duration of this because she's got health issues and some mental health problems. She suffers from depression. So she moved in just so we could keep an eye and make sure she was part of the fold. So she's been doing okay. She came down with vertigo this week.
Ugh.
I had to take her to the doctor. She'd never had vertigo before.
Huh.
So we went to the doctor yesterday, which was interesting because they did all of the registration and check-in on the phone while we were in the parking lot. And then they came out and she had her mask and they had her mask and then they escorted her in, did her exam, and then sent. So she was only in the building for 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. And they told her to buy Dramamine. So that's so she's downstairs with Dramamine and feeling very dizzy. But
Aw.
the 15-year-old seems to be doing well. The first 4 or 5 weeks, she was fine because she's, they're online anyway, right? They're always texting and doing their TikTok thing and all this stuff. But the last couple of weeks, she's like really missing her friends. She's ready. She's ready to see people again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she broke up with her boyfriend. So she broke up with her boyfriend. He's very sad. She's very not. So
She's like the perfect opportunity.
yeah, it was a good transition out of a relationship. So it's fine. But yeah, that's how they're doing. How's your daughter doing, Tracy? She's a bit of an introvert as well, isn't she?
Yeah, well, sort of. I mean, in the beginning, it wasn't too bad. I think once it was announced that school was going to be over like 3 weeks earlier than it normally would, then she was like, well, what am I going to do now? Even though she hated school, she was still good at, getting up every day, doing her schoolwork, getting it done. But I think now it's just kind of dawned on her that summer vacation is really long now. And she did go out. She hadn't left the house since March 15th. And she went to my mom's for Mother's Day with me. It was the first time she left the house since March 15th. So she even said, she's like, it's weird for me to even be in the car. Like she just, and she's only 4 minutes away, but she was like, this is just weird. I can't imagine how it's going to feel when I actually go out again.
Yeah.
So
I wonder that too. Like, are we going to know how to act around people?
yeah.
Because nobody really says hello and we're all covered now. So you can't see expressions. It's all very strange.
And can I just say, me being a single person now, this does not make dating any easier because you can't even see the face. You can't say hello. You can't do anything.
What the heck? It needs to end for Tracy.
I know.
Yeah, we have to wear the mask at work all the time. And I tell you, even though I have social interaction with, people in the hospital, we had a problem where we lost some power and we had to go up the stairs because we have a lot of people that are intubated. So it's all hands on deck if we lose power or if we lose oxygen or that kind of thing. So I had to walk up 6 things of stairs with the mask on and I just about died. And I said, I really got to lose even more weight, but I was impressed I made it and didn't die at this point because it takes your breath off so much. And I was like,
it really does. It really does.
So I was like, not pleasant. And you can't see people's expressions, that kind of thing. And I've been breaking out a lot, I've noticed around here, not as much, of course, as the nurses that are having to wear even more PPE than I do, but it's insane not being able to see people's expressions or that kind of thing. Of course, everybody says that they can always tell if I'm smiling or happy or not, but sometimes you can't tell.
Yeah.
So you're like, is this person really like understanding what I'm saying? I've had people take me wrong, even though they've known me for years. I've been there for almost 6 years. And I was like, no, I was just joking, like normal, but you can't see my face. And it really messes with some people.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard. There was a video on, I think it was YouTube, and it was this man went into a doctor's office and, the woman had her mask on, but she had a big hole cut out here. And he said, so I've never seen a mask like that. And she said, it's just really hard to breathe. So I just, and it was legit. I mean, it wasn't like supposed to be a spoof. She was like, I'm over it. I'm not wearing a mask, but I'm cutting out. I died.
Oh, it takes all kinds, doesn't it?
Yeah. And then you see people who drop them down their nose, and I'm like, okay, so why even bother? And then everybody's touching the vegetables, and I'm like, we're not breathing on them, but we're touching everything.
Yeah.
It's just.
Oh, I wash everything when I get home. I don't, although I'm not one of those people that I don't scrub down my boxes. I don't leave them outside for 24 hours. I'm like, you know what? If they've been in the store, it's gonna, whatever.
Yeah.
So, but I do scrub down my fruits and vegetables that have been out.
We do too. Yeah. If they're exposed, we wash everything. And I wash now. I used to just rinse, but now I'm soap and water. I
Yeah.
just wash everything with soap and water. Hopefully that's doing a good job. But it's so funny because
Hello.
There's
there
Dana.
she is.
Hey.
Hi.
So I have a question about washing your fruits and vegetables. How do you wash your strawberries?
Those I just rinse because
Me too.
usually they're in a package. So I'm okay with anything that's in a package. Anything that's just out, like cucumbers or tomatoes or things that people are just picking up, those are the things that I wash with soap and water, which probably is not the best thing to use, but that's what I use.
So is it true that vinegar does not kill any? So you don't use vinegar or salt, just soap and water. Okay.
But vinegar is a disinfectant. It kills germs.
I'm not sure it kills the bacteria and the viruses. So this is why. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'm not sure about
it doesn't really kill. It doesn't kill like a lot of the bacteria. As far as washing produce, I still wash my produce with just water, and I just make sure it's running clearly for at least 2 minutes straight, because like E. coli and that kind of thing, you can't really kill that, I mean, beforehand. So as far as actually how you're actually supposed to technically take care of it and produce it, you need to have it in clear running water for at least 2 minutes to wash all the surfaces off and make sure it's draining. A lot of people will wash in water, but then you have to really make sure it's been drained off and it's coming off of the actual vegetable, because if you're just putting it in the same water and then it's not being rinsed off where it's draining off of it, it's not going to wash off the bacteria, because anything that you put on there, unless you're going to put bleach, is not going to kill the bacteria on the fruits and vegetables.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, and when in the bleach is just gonna like not make that taste much better.
And even washing the fruits before using them, like before placing them in the fridge, they'll spoil much. Like they're spoiled very soon. Like they'll take 2 days.
My internet went down. Whoa.
We're losing you, Martha.
Stuck. She'll come back. There she is.
She's back.
I know with us, I've tried to, because there's only 2 of us in the house, I try to buy minimal amounts of fresher fruits. So, if I rinse the strawberries, what I'll do is I'll just leave them out on a towel and make sure that they air dry for a long time before I stick them in the fridge, so that they're not wet, or, same thing with blueberries. And also for some reason, I don't know if it works for other people, but I've noticed with blueberries, if I've done that, if I get a glass bowl and put a coffee filter in and then put the blueberries in once they're washed and dried, it keeps them a little longer. I don't know if it's just a me thing, but
I don't wash blueberries until right before I'm going to eat them. So because they just break down.
Yeah.
So
we eat everything pretty fast when we have fresh stuff. So
my 15-year-old is a fruitaholic, so nothing lasts more than 2 days ever. Grapes are gone in 2 days. I keep a bunch in the freezer, so that's like my little dessert at night. But the fresh ones are just gone. Mandarin orange is gone, but everything's just apples. Bag of apples, 3 days gone. Yeah, and I won't even have one because I'm having other things. I should start eating more like her.
Stop! You look gorgeous. Hush! You're gonna be sitting in a hot tub.
One pair of jeans that fit, and I'm wearing them right now. We're gonna fix it. The COVID season will end. Our gyms start opening in a week, so I can get back to the gym in a week. I'm very excited about that.
Are you really ready to go out and go to the gym? Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. That's why you're here. I am. They're going to do temperature checks. Like I got my nails, I got my toes done the other day, and they did a temperature check. Everybody was in masks. Everybody was away from each other. So I felt pretty confident with that. They're going to do the same thing at the gym. You don't have to wear, can you imagine being on the treadmill for an hour with a mask on? So they're not requiring masks. If you want to wear one, you can. If you don't have to. But They're keeping everybody apart. Same with the classes. They're only letting so many people in the classes. You have to register in advance for those. Everything will be wiped down, and you're responsible for wiping your stuff before you use it and wiping your stuff after you use it. So it's like a double wipe down almost. Because if Martha, you're on the treadmill and you wipe it down, and then I get on and I wipe it down, it's been wiped twice now. And I think people are really conscientious, and I trust that they will adhere to those rules. So I cannot wait. I love my weightlifting class. So I cannot wait to get back. I'm beyond excited. And I tore my rotator cuff doing my own workouts at home. So I'm a little injured. So I haven't been able to do a lot. So I don't know how much of the weights I'll be able to do, but I'm going to get my butt back in there and do what I can.
You will.
Even if I'm a wuss, I don't care.
You're not a wuss.
Thanks, Tracy, my friend. So Dana, how are you guys holding up with all that? What's going on in Jordan?
Well, we've been, we have strict rules about lockdown, and we as a family, I personally haven't left the house for maybe before the quarantine had started. So my kids love staying at home, and I do too. So everything's under control, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's like we're all one big family now, and everybody's going through the same thing. But I hope things will go back to normal soon.
Me too.
I don't know what normal would mean. Like, I think it will have a different definition now, but yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Hopefully.
But get back to some sense of normalcy. Seeing faces. Just seeing faces.
Whole faces.
So nice to see whole faces.
Maybe the internet will be the only way to see real faces from now on. You never know. It's like, see on the internet. You know?
See online.
See online.
Well, guys, my daughter is coming over in about 3 minutes to be part of our food truck and hot tub extravaganza. So I'm going to sign off so that I am ready for her, but you don't have to. So stay on as long as you like, and keep talking. Let people know what they should eat and shouldn't eat. And how do I just turn my camera off?
I'm not being a party pooper, but I have to jump off too.
Okay.
Sorry.
Here. No, I'm glad that I got to meet everybody and see everybody. So it was great seeing everybody. Yeah, like me, it's my only weekend off, so I got a jet too. So bye, guys.
It was great to see you.
It was great to see you.
See you in person. Kind
Yes,
of.
it was great seeing everybody.
All right. Well, stay safe, and we'll, maybe do this again next month.
All righty.
All right.
Okay.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Stay safe.
Stay safe.